Hi, beautiful humans. So Tasha and I are doing a course on masking, and it's going to have 8 modules, and each module has 5 little talks. So since she's making the resources, I've decided to go down the beautiful rabbit hole of masking and do my own little podcast series. This isn't just for people that mask, it's to make other people that don't mask, like neurotypical people, aware of what masking is and why it can be a bloody pain in the bum. So let's get going on masking. Have you ever felt like you're constantly adjusting yourself depending on who you're with and you don't even realise you're doing it anymore? That can be a form of masking. A lot of us think masking is just pretending to be normal, but it's actually so much deeper than that. Masking can look like copying how other people talk, forcing eye contact, or playing conversations in your head before you even say anything. For me, before I go out, I sometimes catch myself rehearsing the conversations that I'm going to have in the mirror. Sometimes, worst case scenario, I hear myself or see myself in my mirror in my car rehearsing my conversations on the way. People in the cars next to me must be like, she's a crazy bitch. She's talking to herself. No. I'm rehearsing my personality for the world. It can be changing your personality slightly, dependent on the situation. Being quieter in one place, louder in another, dependent on who you're with and whether you're trying to fit in. You're just trying to do what feels acceptable to those around you. Sometimes it's emotional masking, where you say, I'm fine, even when you're overwhelmed, anxious, or completely and utterly drained. Or masking competence, where you push yourself to appear like you're coping by over-preparing, like in the car, overthinking, like at 4 a.m. And because asking for help just feels way too exposing. There's also sensory masking, where something's actually too loud, too bright, like my front room lights, or as my friend Tanita likes to call them, the rowing nights, too much. And you sit through it anyway. I can't sit through it anymore. So I've started unmasking, and if the lights are on, I'm screaming. I'm having a meltdown. The light! Honestly, it's insane. But I just can't hold it in anymore. Everyone knows you cannot walk in the room and put lights on. Like, why are you doing that? And one that's a lot of people that don't talk about enough is suppressing stimming, not fidgeting, not moving, holding your body super still, even though your body is trying to regulate. And over time, this just becomes an automatic process. You don't even think about it anymore, you just do it. But the thing is, masking takes such a huge amount of energy. And that's why you feel you might be exhausted after social situations, or like you don't even know who you are underneath it all. Because what part is me and what part is me pretending to be like the person that isn't masking? Or maybe they are masking, who even knows? So if you recognise this in yourself, you're not too much. You're not doing life wrong. You've just learned how to adapt in a world that hasn't always felt safe for you to be yourself. And I, for one, can say that is 100% true. When I was at school, I tried to be like all of the popular girls. There was a really popular girl and I tried to emulate her or be like her so that I would fit in, and I just couldn't do it. No matter how hard I tried, it just made me look worse or come off worse, and it was actually exhausting. And I never knew at the time that it was masking, but yes, it's masking. And it's bloody draining, especially when you spend your whole life doing it, not just by pretending to be like someone else, but by rehearsing and holding back your stimming and holding back things that you say that might be deemed inappropriate or weird. Like, do you want to talk about my stamp collection? Although I haven't got a stamp collection, so now that's weird, and now I'm going to overthink that I've just said that. But yeah, masking. Join us for some more episodes, either on Patreon or here, because I've got a load more things to say about masking, because I wear a lot of them. In fact, I might be doing it now. I'm not quite sure.